As you guys may know, Epic made the fatal mistake of removing all the siphon changes from regular Fortnite. These changes have been discussed over and over. It's been beaten to death, but I do feel like I have some new stuff to add, and we're gonna go over a bunch of different things in today's video, so sit back and enjoy. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications as well. And guys, tell me what you believe about this. Give me something new and interesting. Give me something a little bit fresh to this discussion, because I feel like everyone's hammering home the same points, but I'm not going to try to do that today. One thing that Epic said that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way, they said this in the 8.20 patch notes. They said, "We feel it resulted in an unhealthy level of aggressive play, diminishing other viable strategies." They were talking about the siphon changes. I think Epic Games meant reckless play and not aggressive play. There have always been aggressive players. I would say the vast majority of players, as they become better, want to be more aggressive. And what they mean by reckless or aggressive plays, basically bad plays where you shouldn't be rewarded if you get the kill. Let's say you dive into someone's box and you take endless damage. Well, maybe you shouldn't be rewarded shield or health for getting that kill. You made the bad play, you shouldn't have taken damage, and I can understand where Epic Games is coming from. I know what I just said is all speculation, but I do believe Epic Games meant reckless play and not aggressive play, because aggressive play is a lot different than reckless play. Aggressive players, Ninja, Tfue, Gronky, Nick Mercs, anyone, you name them. A lot of those players, they don't necessarily need shield after every kill. They can avoid that damage by just playing smarter than everyone else around them. The extra shield and health is nice though from those kills. And then of course, Epic Games saying other viable strategies. What they mean by this is passive play, because what's the opposite of aggressive play? There's only two ways to play this game in reality. Aggressively, where you fight everyone or you fight the vast majority of people, or passively, where you don't fight people, you don't take fights, you land in the outskirts, you get those materials, get those shields, and then at the very end when you need to fight, then you will fight. Those are really your only two options. You can land passively and play a little bit more aggressive towards the end, but still, aggressive or passive. Those are your two options. And I really feel like Epic is trying to figure out this question. How much should we reward aggressive play and how much should we reward passive play? Because the aggressive players, I mean, let's be honest, with the siphon mode, they are rewarded. They have full mats for the most part and a couple extra shields. Even if they don't have shields, they might not even need to carry them because after that kill, that's a free shield. But regardless of the meta, if you want to play passively, if you want to get into the top 10, into the top 5, you can do that without getting into a fight in all reality. If I wanted to, I could drop Lonely Lodge, get the guns I needed, get the health I needed, get the extra shields as well, full on mats, and then go hide somewhere. That's an option. That always has been an option. So I don't know exactly what Epic Games meant by other viable strategies. I think they meant passive play. I feel like that's the only thing they could have been talking about. But Epic Games, let me tell you this. Bad players, regardless of what is in the meta, they are going to lose the vast majority of the time to better players. But now this brings us to Reddit, and honestly, I couldn't have said it better if I wanted to. The first guy, he said, "They're taking away the health per kill. I thought everyone loved it." The guy below him, No Bound, says, "They purposely did it, I imagine, to get sweats out of regular matches and only into arena." And I really do believe this is the case. I do believe Epic wants this game to be fun again for the average player. But can the average player really have fun when, let's say you're at Lifetime, you're just shooting hoops. You want to play some 2v2. Well, you and your friend, you just want to have some fun. You want to chill, you want to get some exercise in. Well, guess what this other guy wants? Guess what his teammate wants? They want to be in the NBA. They're 40-year-old men, but they still believe they have a chance in the NBA. Well, that's a problem because you have two people who want different things. And can they coexist? I don't know if they can. You know, maybe they can, but I think Epic Games doesn't believe they can, and I think a lot of people don't believe these two types of players can coexist. But by adding the arena mode, Epic Games hopes that those NBA players, those super sweat players, will go into the arena mode and only play that. Well, guess what? If you want to play competitively, if you want to be in the NBA, well, you're gonna have to play against the best competition so you can become better. But the one unforeseen problem, Epic Games, I think you may have seen it, but you don't have any other option. Those sweats, those players who want to be in the NBA, once they actually play competitively, once players are as good as them or even a lot better, guess what they're gonna do? They're not gonna like dying. They're not gonna like playing competitively because players are so much better. They want that ego to be super high up and they don't want it diminished. They don't want it squashed by better players. And those players who have the realization they cannot compete, they are going to go into solo, duos, and squads and continue to get easy wins because the people who can actually compete are going to be in the arena mode. And the wannabe professionals are going to go back into solo, duo, and squads, and they are going to crap on all the competition. Because you know what? It's not fun unless their ego is super high up. It's not fun unless they're winning. But at the end of the day, I would say the vast majority of players are sweats. They are trying as hard as they can. They don't really care about having fun anymore. It's about winning, it's about becoming the best. There's so much money to be made from Fortnite, and I really do believe that's the driving factor to players becoming so sweaty. One thing I do believe Epic Games needs to realize, the fun, it's over for most people. A lot of people just want to play this game and try to win. They want to become better. And I would say in Season 2 to maybe 5 or 6, players' skill ranged from 1 to 10. There was 10 being the absolute best and 1 being the worst. But now I would say the vast majority of players are a 5 to 10. 5 being average, and I would say most people are around 5 to 6, and then 10 being the best. There aren't too many players out there who are 1 through 4. So with that knowledge, I would say even the best players have a chance of taking damage from the average player. And that's why there needs to be a reward for kills. But if we accept the reality that players are just going to try as hard as they possibly can and fun is thrown out the window, well, these are the changes that need to happen if Siphon will never come back. 999 mats is way too many. You know, maybe if this was a few months back, I would say yes, 999 mats is perfect, it should never change. But as of right now, 500 mats is a perfect amount, or 1500 in total. I don't think 999 is needed, and I think it needs to be taken out of the game. 10 stacks of minis needs to be reintroduced because you don't get health per kill, and I feel like this is a simple solution, or at least a partial solution to a lot of people's gripes. I would also say that 50% more shield spawns across the board, whether it be shields or health. I feel like more health needs to spawn for those players who play more aggressively. That way they can even find them. Let's say they run through retail row. Maybe there will be extra shield because so many spawned. I would also say 6 slots instead of 5 to carry 2 healing items, because I feel like there needs to be that slot for medkits or bandages, because I do believe they are that important if you can't get them from getting a kill. At Fortnite BR tweeted this: Epic Games tells us it currently has nothing to share regarding health/mat changes in V8.20. And Epic Games also said, as always, we'll continue to listen to player feedback. As I talked about in this video, the vast majority of players don't really care about having fun. They want to get better and they want to win. That is considered fun to them, even though it is competitive. But I do believe Epic Games still has the mindset that players want to have fun with wacky, crazy items, and they don't realize that the vast majority of the community wants to play this game competitively as of right now. And we also talked about why Epic Games, or at least why I believe Epic Games doesn't want Siphon in regular modes. It's so the more competitive players or the sweatier players will play in arena mode. And I do believe there is a disconnect between Epic Games and the player base. A vast majority of the player base wants this game to be sweaty. They want to play competitively. But even if that isn't most of the people, I would say that's most of the people with a voice. And that is really all we see. How many players out there want to play this game just for fun? I would say there are a lot of players who just get on and they want to mess around, they want to go in ballers, they want to spin around, try to hit trick shots, do whatever. But I would say the players with the voices, they are the sweatiest and they are the ones who you hear all this backlash from. Epic Games, I understand where you're coming from, I truly do. I don't think there really is an easy solution to any of these problems. But guys, if you want to sweat, if you want to play competitively, go into arena mode. If you want to have fun, if you want to chill, relax, just, you know, use a crazy weird loadout. Use only snipers in a game. Do some challenges. Have some fun. Do something crazy. Then go into solo, duo, or squads. But I really hope Siphon does return to the regular modes. I know I talked about a lot of different things, and I know I harped on the sweats in this game, but I do believe that is at the root of this problem, guys. I really do. I think the reason why Epic Games did this is because of very try-hard players. They want this game to be fun, but I think as of right now, for at least the most vocal part of this community, the sweats, you know, they're taking over, and they will take over. And I feel like Epic Games, if they don't want backlash on Twitter, they need to listen to them. If they don't, I'll respect them either way. But tell me what you guys think about all these changes. Do you think I made any good points in this video, or was it a rambling mess? Honestly, I tried my best. I don't know.
Cause I'm stepping on my toes, but I don't stop. I make flips out of my floss. Mine's like dripping on my socks with the grip so I don't pop.